Jen from Members Like You, and today I am doing a requested video for me, you guys, and it is all of my favorite drugstore must-haves. I know that I just did a princess tag, which I shared with you all the high-end products that I love. So of course, just to be fair, I have to share with you my drugstore favorites. So of course, I find that drugstore favorites are a lot funner to talk about just because it's more affordable. There's so much more out there to play from, and you're not so afraid of purchasing it because the price is more affordable. I am going to be going through every single category, but I do want to stress that I did go a little overboard, so it isn't going to be like one product of each category like I did with the high end, but I hope it's still going to be as helpful. So let's get started. I wanted to start out with some brushes. Now my favorite drugstore brushes has to be the Real Techniques brushes. Of course, this has to be my favorite of all times, even if high end or low end. So I absolutely love these. These are now available at Walmart, so it is at your drugstore. It is at a very affordable price. Now I absolutely love these because of the quality. You can tell that it's really great quality because you never get any shedding from the brush, as well as I love the architecture that has been put into each one of the brushes. Now this one is my absolute favorite for foundation, as well as contouring, as well as highlight, every single thing. And this is the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. I love this one because it isn't so dense where they grab too much of the product, but it's very nicely shaped to the point where you can actually go into the crevices of your face very easily to buff in your foundation. I absolutely love this. I love all of the whole entire line because it is synthetic. I find that it just works better and it holds up a lot better after many washes. So the other brush that I absolutely love is the Multitask brush from the Real Technique line, and this one is usually used for setting your foundation with a powder or just using it as blush. For me, I use this mostly for my cream brushes just because I find that a lot of my cream blushes, it's a little bit harder to apply with natural bristle brushes, and because this is synthetic and it's less dense, and the way that it's cut, it's so easy for you to just tap into the blush and just blend it out naturally and beautifully. So I absolutely love these brushes, and I definitely recommend it. They have to be my ultimate favorites. Alright, so moving on to concealer. Now I think out of all the concealers that I have to say my favorite is from the drugstore, and my favorite one is the Instant Age Rewind. As you can see, it's almost running out, and this is probably my 6th to 7th repurchase throughout the years. I love it because it applies under the eyes very well. It's very hydrating, it doesn't crease, and I find that the color range is really nice as well. It's not too orange, it's not too yellow, and I just think that if you do want a little bit more brightening effect, you can use a neutralizer or a brightener for darker circles. They have so many different variations through this formula that I do find it to be very nice. Now the application wise of it, due to the fact that there is this sponge that's built into it, is a little bit like I kind of feel grossed out by it, but I do find that because it's drugstore, the product inside is what matters. Next is another concealer that is from the drugstore, and it is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I have it in the color Sand. It's a little bit lighter than my natural color, or the color that would usually match my under eyes. I like to use it underneath my eyes as a brightener. I love this one because of the formula. It's very light. It's very mousse-like in my opinion, and the coverage isn't too heavy where it looks like you have really light under eyes like Kim Kardashian or something. It seems still workable, and I absolutely love these two concealers. So moving on to eyeliners, my favorite eyeliner from the drugstore has to be the Physicians Formula Eye Booster 2-in-1 Lash Booster Eyeliner plus Serum. Now I don't know if it works well for your lashes like it says, but I do like it as my eyeliner. I do find that the intensity of the color isn't as intense as I would like it, but I do find that if I go over it twice, it's perfect. What I like this for is not just for the intensity, obviously, but what I like about it is the tip. The tip is so beautifully made and so compacted. that when I use it to make my wing liner, it always comes out perfectly. And for the price, I find that if I use it on an everyday basis, I think that it's worth it. Moving on to mascara. Now, my mascara is going to be different from your favorite mascara from the drugstore, just because for me, I want something that's going to be just a little bit defining and a lot of holding my curls. I want something that's going to hold my curls, and for me, I find that a lot of mascara that is going to lengthen or volumize my lashes, they don't do that. So I like the Full and Soft waterproof version, and I have been using this ever since I've ever used mascaras, and I like this one because it's so drying that it helps hold the curls, and I think that's the most important thing for mascara for me, or for my lashes. Alright, moving on to foundation. My favorite foundation from the drugstore is the Dream Liquid Mousse. I absolutely love this. This is my holy grail. I love this because not only does it apply nicely super fast, but the texture of it is really great because it dries to almost of a powder finish, so I don't really need to set my foundation, and it lasts for a long time, and it makes my skin look flawless. So speaking of powder, my favorite powder product from the drugstore has to be the Stay Matte by Rimmel, and I don't have it in the translucent color, but I mean, I find that the translucent is going to be universally flattering for everybody. But I do have it in Sandstorm, and I do find that it's a great setting powder. Now, the packaging is very cheap, but for the price, it's like $3. I find that the product works great. So the last face product that I like from the drugstore is the L'Oreal Magic Skin Beautifier BB Cream in Light. Now, my skin color is usually falls in the medium range, but for the BB Cream, I do wear the color light, so please keep that in mind. I absolutely love this one because it, again, very similar to the Dream Liquid Mousse foundation. It dries to a powder finish, it covers, and it just glides over your imperfections so well. Absolutely love these two products and recommend it to you guys. Alright, moving on to the blushes. Now, of course, you guys know my favorite blush of all times is the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. This is my absolute favorite. I think this is the best color as well as formulation that the drugstore has, and I might say that I actually love this one a lot more than any of my high-end blushes. I absolutely love this, and I think the color is so flattering on every skin tone, and it's just that flattering color that looks great just because it mimics a beautiful blushing color, but it also makes it look flattering because it can help contour the skin a little bit, if that makes sense, because of that warmth that it has in that coral color. Now for cream blush, my favorite has to be the NYX in Rose Petal. Not NYX, I keep saying it NYX. What it is NYX. I absolutely love the formulation. It's a little bit creamier, so I do like to set it with like a setting powder such as the Stay Matte by Rimmel, but I do love it. I find it to be very pigmented and it doesn't break me out, and for the price it's definitely a must-have. Now for bronzer, my two favorite has to be the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder in Sunny, and the Bourjour bronzing powder that is in this like chocolate type of packaging. I absolutely love these two because the powder is so blendable and it's very flattering. Out of the two, I would have to say the Bourjour's one is a little bit darker, so I do like to use this whenever I am going to be taking a lot of photos because I do find it to be a lot more flattering for my features. But my everyday one, my go-to one, has to be the NYC in Sunny. Alright, so moving on to lip products. Now lips is a big category for the drugstore. As you guys know, I absolutely love a lot of lip products from the drugstore. I've had so many collection reviews with swatches, and my absolute favorite lip gloss has to be the Butter Gloss by NYX. This one is in Creme Brulee, but my other favorite also is Tiramisu. I love the formulation because it doesn't accentuate any of my wrinkliness. I do have a lot of wrinkles on my lips, and these just really fill in the crevices really well. They're not as long wearing, but I do find it to be great because it isn't sticky, but it still has a little bit of grab enough that it actually stays on the lips. But I feel like it's really smooth and it's very flattering, very youthful, and very great for the summertime. Now moving on to my other favorite formulation for lip gloss, it has to be the Revlon Color Burst, and my two favorite is the color Bejeweled and Bellini. Bellini is this really beautiful light peachy color that makes any lipstick look very, very, how do you say it, nude, but very creamy like, very opaque in a way. And then this one is a pink version of the same type of nude color, and I absolutely love to top any of my lipsticks with these because they tone down the color a little bit, but it makes it flattering. So if you are a type of person that don't like to wear nudes just because you can't find that perfect nude that's going to be flattering, because a lot of nudes tend to be harder to wear, these glosses make any lipstick nude and wearable. Alright, so for lipstick wise, my favorite has to be the Revlon Color Burst Lip Butter. Of course, everyone and their mom probably has tried this. My favorite has to be the pink truffle color. It's such a great everyday color, in my opinion. It has like a little bit of mauve, but a lot of pink in it that makes it still workable and youthful and not too mature. Now, another formulation that I love is from NYX, and it's their butter lipsticks. These are a lot more pigmented than the Revlon lip butters. The color range is awesome. I have a whole review on it if you guys want to see all the colors from the whole collection. But my favorite two from the collection is this licorice color, which is this dark plum vampy color. Absolutely love it for the winter time, and I recommend it if you love dark lipsticks. And my favorite red lipstick is actually from the drugstore, and it's a part of that NYX collection, and it's in Mary Jane. A beautiful red that has enough of cool tone in it that makes your teeth look good, but still has that warmth that makes it flattering for my warm undertone. Alright, so the last product that I wanted to share with you is a nail polish product, and it's the Seche Vite Top Coat. Now, we use it at my salon. My family own a lot of salons, and this is the main one that we use. It keeps the polish on longer. It makes any imperfection just glide over the imperfection and makes the nail polish look great. It dries super fast. The only thing that's a downside with this product is that it actually dries up very easily. So what I recommend is actually just going to a nail salon and asking them to give you like 1 to 2 drops of nail polish thinner. But I absolutely recommend this. I think it's great for those who like to paint their nails on their own, and sometimes it's a little bit harder. You might accidentally hit something. Well, you can just put this on top and it will smooth everything out, and it makes the nail polish dry so much faster. Alright you guys, so I hope that it wasn't too long of a video, but I really wanted to share with you my favorites from the drugstore, and I hope that you find it to be helpful. And please feel free to comment below and let me know what are some of your favorite products from the drugstore so that I can try it and share it with everyone else. Alright you guys, I will see you in my next video. Bye!